Hello and welcome to Let's Play Minecraft. We're going to name this Minecraft because why not? And the seed for the world generator is going to be vanity and snares. Let's see how crazy this becomes. And yeah, I spelled it wrong. That'll just make it better. Create new world. Hooray, we're building the terrain. We're Legoing it. Yay! And this is going to take forever. I'm doing the weird accent. Ah, there we go. And we're falling into the void. Oh, no, we're not. Alright, yes, we are. Ah, really? A jungle biome? I hate these things. I hate jungle biomes. As you can probably see, it's lagging my computer. That's one reason. I just hate jungle biomes. They're hard to move around in. They're annoying to go through. It's just, ugh. It sucks. That and the only good spawn you get out of them is ocelots, which are really which their main use in life is creeper prevention, because they're the only mob that the creepers will actively fear. So let's take some of this jungle wood and let's get out of here. The biggest, as you can see, it's hard to see and move around in jungles, which is what I hate about it. And look at this. We have jungle on that side, too. Look at how tall these trees are. Alright, the general goal of Minecraft, if there is one. Well, let's start with what you are. You are plopped into this world with no knowledge of where to go and what to do. I'm going to go ahead and make a crafting table now. This crafting table will be one of your two best friends. The other will be the iron. Not the iron. Well, yes, the iron. The other will be the furnace. And your third best friend will be the bed. Let me explain what each of those do. The crafting table, as you can see, gives you access to more room to build stuff. Instead of the 2x2 crafting area you have when you start, you gain access to a 3x3, which allows you to create pretty much everything. Actually, it does allow you to create everything. Hooray! The furnace, when we get to it, allows you to smelt ores into ingots and cook food, which is another reason why I hate the jungle biome. There's not a lot of food-producing animals that spawn in it. The bed... Ooh, coals. Too bad I can't get them yet. What the bed does is the bed changes your spawn point to wherever you go to sleep. Extremely useful once you're situated house-wise. It can make spelunking and mob hunting very profitable. So for me, it's a good deal. Oh, so many game mechanics, some of which I don't even know. In fact, if it wasn't for Orzath, I wouldn't know how to farm properly. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just collecting some cobblestone, and that's it. I'm not making a base here. I don't like to be near the jungle. I'd like to have my base more in plains or forest. Just regular old oak forest. A snow forest would also do. But there's just something about the jungle that I don't like. I can't even really describe it. It's just... bleh. Now I'm going to have my base... Now, while I'm not going to have my base in the jungle... Huh. Stone bed. I've never seen this. I've seen these out in the open, but not this much. Ooh, coals. I definitely want to mine these now. Coals, what coals do is they are... Actually, coals is the underlying best friend of all the best friends that I mentioned, except for... We'll call them coals and wood. Coals are your main fuel for your furnace. And I say main fuel because while you can burn other things, coals are probably the most efficient. And they're the easiest to come by. While you don't get the most uses out of a furnace per piece of coal burned, it ends up being the most efficient because it's the easiest to get and it's the most common source of fuel you'll run into. And they also allow you to make torches, which are very nice because torches produce a high enough level of light that mobs will not spawn, and it makes making your houses just safe that much easier. Which for me is a bonus, because I don't want to be sleeping and then have a creeper blow up on me. Not a good idea. Which is also why when you build your house, you want to build it in an area that's not creeper infested. More specifically, you want to build it you want to build it in an open area if you're going to have a surface house. If you're going to have a cave, you want to build it wherever you can find it. But is there any more to this tree? No. But in the event that you decide to build your house, like this forest right here, this is probably where I'm going to end up building mine. Somewhere in this general forest area. Now, what makes it easier to move around in the jungle is you don't have leaves constantly in your way everywhere you go. Which to me is always a nice boon. I'm collecting all of this wood so that when I do decide to build my house, I can build it out of wood, which is not the strongest material to build your house out of, and I'm eventually going to replace that wood with cobblestone once I get a mining operation going. The day-night cycle. Daytime lasts, I think, 10 minutes, and nighttime lasts about 7. So what that means is when you're in the daytime, the light level is high enough that all passive mobs will spawn, such as chickens, cows, sheep, what have you. But all of the aggressive mobs usually won't, like spiders, creepers, skeletons, zombies, and all that. The exception is overhangs, where it's where regardless of what time of day it is, it's dark. Those will spawn mobs regardless of the time of day. What I picked up there was a sapling. Saplings are used to grow more trees. And if you want an endless supply of trees, you want as many saplings as you can come across. So whenever you see one, pick it up. Now, I'm tempted to say that we're in a mix of the two, of the jungle and the forest biome here. So I think I'm going to move a little bit more once I get some more of this wood. And try to find a more flat place to put my house down. The reason I like to put my house down in the flatlands is it's easier to see what's coming. It's easier to see where you're going to go. And it's easier to see what direction you have to leave to, if any. Well, that's more of an issue in a multiplayer server, which I'm not on right now. I've been debating whether I want to mole man it, which would be living underground entirely for the rest of my... By the way, you only need like 1 or 2 saplings to create a tree farm. So the fact that I've only got 2 isn't disheartening to me at all. I mean, I have done it before, and I'll do it again for the sake of this playthrough. And the reason I'm collecting all this grass is to try and get some seeds, which will let me which I can use to start a wheat farm, which is needed if you want to A, make bread, and B, eventually make a cow farm to get one of the best sources of food in the game. Alright, looks like I'm starting to settle upon a good place. Ah, sheep. Now this is the tricky part. Because sheep, the problem with them, if you kill them, you'll get maybe 1 wool. If you shear them, you'll get 1 to 3. The only problem is, in my situation, I need resources badly. So despite the fact that I'm going to have to waste a couple of these sheep and these pigs, it's what I need to do to get stuff done. I will eventually come back to... Well, pigs you can't really farm the same way as cows and the others. Sheep you don't really... Ah, there we go. That's what I like to see. That is perfect. Because you see now, I have a forest nearby where my house is going to be, and a wide open desert where I'm going to plant it. To me, that is a good situation. Because then it gives me all the visibility of seeing through the desert. And yet I can still be near enough the forests to get some resources, which is very good. So let's go ahead and plop this house down, shall we? Now, deserts also have a very high spawn rate for mobs. Though that's due more to the fact that it's more flatland, so when it gets dark, there's more places for them to spawn. What you're seeing now is 3 of the 4 different types of wood, and I'll go ahead. Actually, I don't have time to show you the 4th type of wood, which is spruce. So I'll pick that up from those trees over there. Those are spruce trees. So I'll pick that up once we get to daylight. And the reason you want a house, cacti, that will become useful later on if I decide to make mob traps, which I might. The benefits of having a house are you'll have a roof over your head, so you won't have to worry about spiders coming in and killing you in the night. It gives you a safe place to set your spawn point with the bed, which I don't have enough wool for, so I'm going to be working through the night tonight. Ugh! Fool. Fool. Alright, where am I going to... I'm going to need to get some water, though, but I can get that later. You can see the pig over there, and pretty soon, once the light level gets low enough, we'll start seeing some mobs spawn in. Some of the more hostile mobs, the ones that don't like us. They want us to die. Now, I'm fully aware that my house will be made out of 3 different types of wood. I'm completely okay with that. And the reason I'm okay with that is it's what I have. I don't care if my house looks like a tie-dye fusion of doom and sadness and explodiness and bleh. I don't care if it looks tacky. The goal is to survive through the night. And do that I shall. Now, I may not have enough for a roof, which would be a sad thing. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to. Right. So let's just drop down. And let's get a partial roof up. The reason you want the roof is to prevent spiders from crawling up the walls and dropping in on you. Now, what did I do with my Oh, where did I put my crafting table? Okay, that sucks. So now I gotta take down some of my roof to make a crafting table, because apparently I don't know what I did with the other one. I guess I forgot to pick it up or something. That probably is what happened, so it's stupid on my part. So we'll just make another one. Now, because I don't have, at the moment, any way of sealing the door, I'm just going to use a cactus plant. Okay. Take these sticks, make some torches. Take these cobblestones, and that is Blastissimo in the background. If you can hear that. A furnace. Let's plop down the furnace there. Actually, no, I don't like it there. I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it in the crafting table to the back wall. Because I like to be organized with my things. Like so. Then we'll take our piece of coal, and we'll cook us some pork chops. Furnaces also release light much like torches do. The difference is, a furnace's light is not permanent. A furnace's light will only be active for as long as you are cooking something. The reason I put that 5th torch down is just because I felt like it. Now this light will radiate out into the area surrounding wherever it can escape. So at the moment, if anyone were to come into the server for some reason, they'd see that I have a bunch of light here and they'd come and kill me. Let's see if we can see any mobs yet. Oh crap! There's a creeper. Oh crap, that is indeed a creeper. Okay. Let's do a quick overview of the mobs now that I've seen one. Zombies are just that. They are zombies. Initially, they were kind of pushover mobs. But from what I've heard recently, they've been given a massive AI upgrade. And they have the random chance to spawn with iron swords now, which is a pretty big upgrade compared to what they were before, which is nothingness. Skeletons. Skeletons are still annoying. They are your basic archers. They will hit you from afar, hit you unexpectedly, and kill you. So they're pretty nasty. We have creepers, which one of them disappeared, so it's waiting outside my house, waiting to kill me. Creepers are the suicide bombers of the game. Creepers will find you. They'll chase you, walk around you in a circle while setting their fuse off, and then they blow up. It is a sad day that your adventuring has to end here. We have spiders in two variations. Regular spiders are the kind that you'll see on the overworld. Unlike normal mobs, they're not 2 blocks tall, so they don't need a 2 block high doorway to go through. They just need a 2 block wide doorway. They can also climb walls and drop in on you like parachuters, I guess. They're probably the most annoying. Now, cave spiders are even worse. Cave spiders, well, for one, they only spawn in abandoned mine shafts out of specific spawners. You can't find them anywhere else. For two, they're smaller than spiders, so they can fit through a lot more different things, and they're much more aggressive, even packing a poison punch. That will slowly drain away your health to near death. Now, let me see what other hostile mobs spawn in the overworld. We have the Enderman. The Enderman is definitely the weirdest of all the mobs. Initially, it is completely neutral towards you. It's okay with your being there as long as you're okay with its being there. However, as soon as you look at it, it will start to quiver and shake, and it'll attempt to scream at you and whatnot. At this point, you are still safe, but only as long as you keep looking at the Enderman. If you turn your gaze away from it, it'll start teleporting around and attacking you. And it'll keep doing so until either it dies or you die, whichever happens first. They drop, and they are one of the more rare overworld mobs right now. Oh crap, there's a spider. Anyway, they're one of the more rare overworld mobs next to slimes, which I'll go over in a little bit. Ah crap, that spider's about to drop in on me. Yeah, I can hear it. You hear it? That. Wait for it. That's the sound of a spider. So that means it's either crawling up the wall or sitting on the roof waiting to attack me. Waiting in ambush. And the last overworld mob that I can really discuss that I've seen, I don't know if Notch added any big new ones to the overworlds in 1.4.2. Or Jeb, whichever one's in control now. I think it's Jeb. Anyway. Is the slime. Now the slimes, they'll A, only spawn at specific chunks. B, I think they only spawn below y equals 40. Though I've seen swamps in the overworld in swampland, so that may have changed. And they are needed to make the ever so useful sticky piston, as well as a couple other things like fire charges and whatnot, I think. And I think that's it for all the overworld mobs. There's not much else to do. I'm just waiting here, waiting for daylight to come so that I can get some more supplies before I start to go down into the depths of Minecraftia, as I call it. Yes, I'm calling this overworld and this general world space Minecraftia. I henceforth call it the nation of Minecraftia. Ha-ha. Yeah. And so, now once daylight hits, that spider that's over there, it should become docile, but there's no way to know for sure. But I don't know if they only become docile if you don't get their attention, or if they always become docile during the daytime. But I do need to get some more wood to finish this roof up. Ideally, I'm going to have two bases. Base A will be above ground, which will be the one that you see here. And base B will be below ground, just for quick access to supplies as I... Oh, there's a spider. There's a spider. That is indeed a spider. Get out of here, spider. Go away.